Hey family, we have a new crew tier with exclusive members only polls, messages, and content. We already have some videos live, like our skeleton key reading, a spirit animal bird reading, so I'll see you on the other side of the Onyx key. Make sure you hit the join button so you can go deeper down this experience with me. Hello everyone, welcome to Onyx Earth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. So we're back with another pick a card reading. It's timeless. We may pull some love messages today. I haven't decided yet. And I'll tell you why in a second. But we are going to look to see who wants to talk to you. Will they reach out? And the reason why the intro is chaos already is because this is not a reading that should be happening at this moment. Got zero business doing this reading right now, but related to all of you guys' topics that will come through in each pile. Pay close attention, because I have a feeling today things will slip in. Like there'll be messages within messages that you may have to listen closely to catch. Because like one of the things about the channel I want you guys to be cognizant of, I'm so happy this is happening for a public reading. Messages that I am meant to channel will always come out when I am meant to channel. There is literally absolutely nothing that will stop a channeled message that I am intended to channel at a point where I'm supposed to channel it. Okay. And I know that could sound really scary, really freaky, but it's not as chaotic as the way that I'm wording it. So for example, this video is a little side quest, a side journey in my day. So this reading has always been on the schedule. It was always going to come out when it's coming out, but I'm filming it a day, possibly two earlier than I would have, because again, this is a side quest, side journey in my day. It's also some like little bit of a thunderstorm, which my favorite type of weather when I'm inside. So you will hear lightning. You will hear thunder, excuse me, you will see lightning, and it's fine. Don't worry about it. Just roll with it. It's fine. On the public side, I'm being told to make sure that you guys know we're going to still be rolling with the content. I said it in a previous video. I'll keep saying it. I don't want any of you to feel like memberships is taking away from your experience here. And also, membership in and of itself was not a concept that I just consciously was like, oh, I'm on YouTube, let me do. It was a channeled decision. Like it was a conversation with my guides that took me a while to catch, right? So it was already in process well before the opportunity to launch memberships presented itself to me, because I didn't go out and seek it. It came to me. And when the time was right for us to have members exclusive messages, that's when it became a thing. So any messages that you're intended to have, if memberships isn't calling you, if you're like, I can't believe she has memberships, I can't do that, that's not something I'm able to do right now, I don't want you to feel pressured. I don't want you to stress and feel like you're missing out, because memberships is available to everybody that's supposed to be available to when it's available to them. So if you just, it's not a thing for you right now, your messages are still going to come through on the public side if you truly have to have them. And I'm your reader. Like if I'm your reader, you're going to get your messages. And then if you need further messages, the opportunity to join memberships, or the wave of it's time for me to join memberships, will come to you naturally. Okay, so like I said, it's not a thing. Do not feel pressured. It's not pressure. You will know if you're supposed to be in members. You will be able to if you're supposed to join members. Okay. All right. So in the meantime, this is a non-love reading that everybody has access to. I'm really excited about it. So much so that, again, I'm being pushed to do it in a way that I wasn't going to do it. So these messages are critical. If you cannot join memberships, take advantage of these. Watch it more than once, right? If you need multiple piles, whatever, but this is for you. All right. All right. So A little breath for those of you that were really stressed out about it, okay? And I'm gonna hop into the pile selection now, okay? For those of you that are visually impaired, or if you like to choose based on me verbally describing each pile, we're gonna do it now. Pile number 1 is the Meringue Shortbread Tart. It's really tall, lots of meringue on it. It's dark aesthetic for those of you that like that type of thing. And pile number 2 is the Lemon Rosemary Tartlet. It's got a little lemon slice on the top of it. Pile number 3 is very pretty pink. Could even be burgundy depending on those of you whose eyesights and shadings. But it is a raspberry mousse cake. Okay? And then pile number 4 is a little mini black forest cake. So I'll give you a moment to make your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile number 1, my meringue shortbread little tarts. Let's see who wants to talk to you. Will they reach out just in general to see any incoming messages you need to be on standby for? So for those of you that are new here, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson, in the journey. And I'm a little thrown off because I kept like wanting to deviate from my little message to talk about the visually impaired thing. So some of you, that could be a thing, could be a person, could be a message. If you're wearing glasses right now, you're in your right place, right space. If you wear glasses, you're in the right place, right space. Something about glasses, okay? That's somebody's confirmation. I just want you guys to know this is one of those main piles that got me on the little side quest I mentioned in the intro. Messages for you come in when they're meant to come in. This is a pile that needs to know that. Something about relaxing, and when you're calm, you'll get whatever confirmation messages you're seeking. Also, expect messages that will give you a wave of calm, of release, of peace. All right. I like it. I like the vibe of the pile. I keep hearing I can dig it. I don't know who talks like that. If any of you have someone specifically on the other side, that's a thing. All right, just because it was loud, I almost saw a person just now, not in 3D, third eye. So that's a thing. That's a person, that's a spirit guide, that may be an ancestor that is watching over you, maybe trying to communicate with you. All right, so let me pull cards. I'm not there's a wave of you needing to kind of chill out, relax. I'm not gonna lie, this is the power of you needing to do that. And if you're doing that some of you may feel like you're doing that in circumstances that it doesn't make any sense. It makes perfect sense. That is your intuition. That's your energy aligning with what is actually coming in versus what you can see, right? Because everything that we're experiencing is not always as it seems, right? So that's intentional. That is good. So let me get your overview so I can see the key theme surrounding the messages following you. Pile number 1. Tell me my meringue shortbread tartlet. Who wants to talk to my pile number 1? Will they reach out with incoming messages? Should my pile 1 be on standby for? Let's get a nice overview. Okay, we got one that's very it's very easygoing messages. Like everything is like messages regarding ease and peace. Like slipping right when you need it, okay? The opposition, imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. I did get a wave. Some of you. So I'll say this. And hopefully these readings aren't long, because I know some of y'all on the public side don't really care for that, but y'all don't get non-love readings that often. So I'm not going to punish the ones that do want the long readings for that, okay? if you have a tendency to be a little too easygoing, too relaxed, whether that being your personality type or if you're just self-medicating, I guess, in a way that puts you in that state where you're just consistently calm, even in circumstances where you should be, right? Our nervous system, yeah, we need to talk about it. It's critical to the message. So when people talk about regulating our nervous system, right, and making sure you're not overreacting to certain energies, there's also a sense of that applies to underreacting, right? A healthy nervous system is stimulated when it needs to be stimulated. Like you don't want to be completely stressed out in minimal circumstances, but you also don't want to like not be alarmed in the face of danger. Does that make sense? Some of you are not alarmed enough in situations that you should be. Okay, that's a critical message. So if you find yourself being a little too easygoing, not really worried about anything, even when you should be, watch it, because the message is coming and may not be the best. I don't want to make you alarmed, but hilariously enough, it's not. It's dark humor. The people that message would be for wouldn't even be alarmed. They're like, yeah, I'm not worried about it. I don't think that you didn't say anything scary. So just tell me what's going on, because y'all do not get scared. Y'all do not get nervous. Y'all do not get stressed. Y'all are not worried about it. That's not me at all. So I kind of can appreciate it a little bit, but we have some opposition, okay? So just to go back to my side that's probably a little bit nervous, okay? Don't stress, because I mentioned the people that this is the power of the people that kind of need to be a little more stressed and anxious are not. So if you're stressed and anxious, leave that alone. Please don't try to align with that message, okay? Because that's your personality. So opposition talks about, again, imbalance, point of tension, and a power struggle. I mentioned at the beginning of your channel an energy of ease and peace and relaxing. Some of you are usually really stressed out, possibly anxious, and you're like, I don't know what's going on with me. I'm just really comfortable right now, and I should feel like I'm in chaos, but I don't. And that's me confirming that that's you anticipating the messages that we're going to get today. So everybody here, your messages, your critical messages are going to be regarding opposition, struggle, whether it is how to remedy that situation or where you may have been avoiding. I heard conflict specifically, where you may be pretending that there's not things that you should be worried about. Like, those are the messages that are the overview. So let me see. Let me see. And speaking of overview, we got Aquarius, originality, philanthropy, progressive imagining. So one of the things that I'm seeing very vividly, the sign of Aquarius does in fact rule the future. When we talk about the future, when we talk about trends, when we talk about I heard analysis, whatever it is. So we have an opposition towards the future. So some of you may be behaving in a way that's kind of productive to your future. Some of you may be feeling a certain ease regarding your future, even if your current circumstances don't reflect that. That's a good thing. If you're feeling a certain ease regarding your future, despite whatever current present circumstances, that's a good thing, especially if you've been working towards that, okay? I'm meant to tell you that, okay? That's why. Now, Aquarius talks about our innovation. It talks about where we're looking ahead. It talks about our collective imaginings, right? I know that says progressive imaginings, but our collective imaginings, things we do in group settings, group thinks, a group perspective, communities, all of those network-based things, right? Even when we talk about technology, the connectivity of all of the things that make stuff work. Those are the types of messages you're getting, okay? Ironically enough, I ended up here today, this little side quest to film this video, due to some technical issues. Look at you. Look at you. So here we are. Here we go. You're in your right place, right space. Let me pull more. I'm moving at a slower pace for this pile, which hilariously enough makes absolutely no sense. No sense. So tell me, my pile number one, Who wants to talk to Pile 1? Will they reach out, and what incoming messages should my Pile 1 be on standby for? I love that this card came out because it is a card. It came in a deck. It was blank. I left it there, so now we treat it like a major arcana. It is a blank page. It could be in representation of the mermaid. So those of you that are attracted to the mermaid ocean readings, good for you. If you are unaware of that, then go. There are a lot of free messages there for you. And for those of you that are members, you also have some messages there on standby, pending. So some of you are going to get messages regarding a fresh start. It could be just a fresh perspective. It could be some new knowledge that completely unlocks. I heard the word habits, your routine, the way you do things, the way you think. Okay. So these are going to be some, I don't want to make it seem chaotic. This is my pile if you have life-changing messages coming in, whether it is in a form of actual opportunities or the knowledge that puts you in a position to seek better opportunities or just to live your life in a much more efficient, effective way. Okay, because we have opposition and we have innovation stepping into opposition, right? Things that are difficult, things that are hard, right? Innovations that make them easier with this blank page, because blank page could also be knowledge we weren't aware of, things we didn't even realize were missing. You see what I'm saying? That's this pile. So I like it a lot. This is much deeper. This is tons of messages. Feels like a pile of someone that is on a journey for knowledge, someone that is learning. Feels like someone that may be taking a course of some nature, learning a whole new topic, finding a whole new hobby, right? Things like that. And it's going to be very, very prosperous. We got these two sticking out. We'll take those on the bottom, but very, very prosperous. Whatever fresh start, blank page, knowledge revealed, again, innovative, future perspective messages, processes, right? Routines that are coming in, make things easier. Harvest. Seven of Pentacles talks about seeds that we have planted, and it talks about all of the crops that we get in the end result. It talks about harvesting crops that we've been tending to over time for a long time. Okay, so just clearing my throat, y'all. I'm fine. Where you have not been building things, whether we're talking about collective spaces, long-term goals, where you've not been doing that, okay? The message is coming in, even if they feel a little shadow-esque. I mentioned some of you at the beginning where it could be. These will be messages that are enlightening in the fact that that's been the case. And it's the inspiration to start looking ahead in a way where in whatever period of time, you'll see a harvest. It's an opportunity to pivot in a way that's going to benefit you in ways you didn't even realize you could. And at the end result, as you're seeing that harvest, you'll be like, man, I literally started from a blank page and here I am now at the Seven of Pentacles. So that's those of you even on the most shadow, quote unquote, of the side. Liar side, this is the period. Lightest side, this is where you're like, I've been working, I don't know, it's Onyx girl, it's been rough, it's not been seeing any progress, I don't know what you're talking about. Something maybe that unlocks that progress, progress that you didn't realize you've been making. Like those are all the messages coming through. Those, it feels like more of a pile of results, and the messages coming in are things that either help you see results or the recognition of said results, or the revelation of you having the perspective of seeing certain growth, certain gains. So let me see what these are. Yeah, we got, oh, okay. What is that? Pure chaos. Chaos. We've got the Tower. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just work with it. We'll work with it. We will work with it. And we've got the Five of Swords. Those of you that are so sabotaging, the clear revelation of such, you know, just so you're all aware of my timeline, because you're going to see this a lot further out than you're used to. Those of you that are familiar with the channel, I am filming this that week of that partial solar eclipse in Aries. So that will be, I think this weekend. It's like still the early part of the week, okay? And maybe that's why I'm here in this timeline filming on a day in a little side quest that I would not normally be doing it. But if you have a tendency to self-sabotage the revelation of how you've been doing that, someone's going to very clearly, explicitly communicate that to you, or your circumstances will reflect that, okay? So just be cognizant of that. And let me see what's at the bottom. Because that shadow is loud, and usually the shadows are, because it's like stop, 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 pivot, move, right? When you're doing well, and I'm telling you you're doing well, it's just like, hey, you're doing good, keep it up. But the shadow usually screams at us. We've got the 10 of Pentacles. We talk about long-term gains, long-term goals, who you want to be in the future. If you've not been living in a way that is in alignment with that, that's fine. And I want you all to be cognizant that you're all are on very different timelines. Yeah, I just have to shift the perspective a little bit because we're slightly crooked. Those of you that are there's some of you that are like, yeah, I know, but you're telling me I'm correct. No. The revelation is step one, right? So the journey is the revelation of where you've done that. If you've already had that, the next step is, have you pivoted? Have you moved? What are you doing? Have you been adjusting? If you've been adjusting, you're at that adjustment stage, that knowledge stage, that learning stage, the having messages coming in that support you in that sense, right? Whether we're talking about courses, whether we're talking about just in, because I'm trying to keep it as general as possible, because it's going to be different areas of life of all of you, right? So some of you, it could be career and education. Some of you could be the way you maneuver your relationships and connections and like your hobbies. Others of you, it could be just romantic, specifically when we talk about relationships. Others of you, it could truly be internal, your relationship with yourself and the way you treat your body and the knowledge you avoid or seek to gain, things like that. But the 10 of Pentacles talks about community is very much that collective Aquarius-based energy. And it is that type of harvest that you see when you're more collective-minded, when you're more future-minded and where you're headed versus now, today, right? So I know this is a broad pile, so I don't know what y'all are doing to where, again, the side quest needed to tell you that today. But as I mentioned in the intro, even those of you that are not members of the channel, if I am your reader, the messages, the critical messages you need access to will become available to you when you need them. So take advantage. Take advantage, especially the shadow, because as I always say, I read the shadow because I want to make sure I look out for y'all. I do not have to, but I do it anyway, right? So let me get more. My pile number one. Who wants to talk to my pile one? Will they reach out? Tell me more about these incoming messages for my pile number one, my Meringue Shortbread Tart. Let's get one. There we go. And that was a very sharp one indeed. So if you have been on the receiving end, I don't even know what that says. I'm just looking in this right corner, a little triangle over there. If you've been in situations where you've been seeking a harvest, where you've had a harvest, where you've been actively sabotaged in that sense, it's a common message. Some of y'all are living certain lives, and that's not always your fault. But the harvest leading into Tower, leading into Five of Swords is, I'm doing really well. Like, I've been working hard. I see the fruits of my labor, and then boom, it all crumbles down. Usually wasn't even a stable foundation, so it's fine. But then the Five of Swords talks about where the revelation of where you have self-sabotage, but also Five of Swords is not just internal. It is external in a sense of there are 4 swordsmen walking off after being defeated by the lone swordsman, right? That 5th one that just could not, I don't even know I'm wording it that way. I'm wording couldn't take it anymore, where it's like fighting back and coming out on top, but realizing that it's an alienation, like you alienate yourself, but sometimes it's unavoidable, right? It's unavoidable because the situations where you've needed to alienate yourself, like, it's not a good thing. So it's not really a loss, right? It's not really a loss, even if it feels bittersweet. Some of you needed that message. Some of you are getting messages in that sense. But I have the 10 of Pentacles, which talks about possible recovery, possible uplifting after those situations, because that's what I have here, right? So conclusions are within reach. We recently had a full moon eclipse. There will be another one later in the year, okay, if you're watching real time. So I want to say, I think like 6 months from now, maybe this is the timeline for some of you, okay, like about a 6-month timeline cycle, but conclusions are within reach regarding something, whether that's struggle, hardship, and messages that align with the support of that, or giving you the knowledge you need to support yourself in that. Or again, if it's been that message at the beginning where it's like people that are a little too relaxed, that kind of don't realize when they're in danger in certain circumstances. And don't, by the way, I would never belittle you guys' mental, like, divergent behaviors, right? I won't say illness. It's not always like that. But any divergence you have, like mentally, I just want to make you aware, like, this is never to make you feel like something you can't control is a hindrance, because that's not what that is. So if that's what we're talking about, that if that's what I'm describing, it's just to make you aware, like, hey, just pay a little more attention and things like that, okay? So let me see to the bottom. Yeah, full moon in Virgo, you are good enough. So I'm going to give you guys a very specific timeline, especially those of you that I just mentioned. We talk about the mental health aspect of the pile. Those of you where that's a thing, I'm making you aware there's a critical timeline here. Full moon eclipse, full moon in Virgo. So that lunar eclipse that we just had, that I described, that was the full moon in Virgo. So something about that one that passed recently, something about that one, okay? Like there was messages or something, or maybe you already got messages regarding that. Like if you got messages during that time, and making you aware of why you got the messages or whatever, okay? Like this pile may be supporting you with messages you got then and why you got them, okay? Or messages that are pending based on things that happened and shifted here in some way. So whatever I'm proceeding with, everything I've been talking about, not only is it incoming, incoming and things like that. Some of you not wake up. Yeah, that's why I hit this wake up. Something about this time period I just talked about. If you miss me saying that, you're not paying attention, you're doing something else, go back a couple of seconds. I'm talking about something, okay? Because I know y'all put this on in the background. Here, something happened here, something shifted here, whether up in the ethers or like in your mentality or physically. It's important regarding the people wanting to talk to you, if they'll reach out, whatever messages are pending right here. So go back, okay? Or pay attention, look at your calendar. What were you doing on this day? What were you doing that week, okay? What were you doing? Okay. Tell me more about my pile number 1, my Meringue Shortbread pile. Oh, y'all got a lot going on. This is my very, very special pile, my really important pile. My day has not been started very long. I'm getting a little bit of a headache, so I'm gonna take a break after your pile because you got a lot. You taking a lot out of me, which isn't common, right? It's nothing to be alarmed about. It's not common. Just a lot of power, a lot of energy being exerted in this pile. If you're exhausted, get you some rest. If you need a break, stop acting like that. Take a break, okay? No pile 1 may need a break. Take a break, okay? That's the message. Is me talking to you, telling you take a break if you feel like you need a break. You need rest. So tell me this, my pile number 1. Who wants to talk to my pile 1? Will they reach out? Tell me more about these incoming messages. And if we can get a specific person, ooh, who's that? I can be a little nosy. I don't know who that is. Got somebody else here. Somebody else here. Okay, I got 3 people. We're gonna see who those are in the bottom. Third eye. I've got intuition, chakra, blue, telepathy, perception. I love it. Lots of blue on the channel if that's your thing. Third eye is the eye where we can see. I mentioned a headache. Ooh, I love this pile. Some of you are like ascending. You've got a spiritual awakening pending. Some of you don't even realize that you're in ascension. That's the confusion. So if you're brand new to the channel, you're in your right place, right space. I mean, the love readings are here, but I have lots of other non-love readings. Go to the skeleton key readings, go to the other readings that are in this series, and also go to the spirit animal bird readings. You may find more use there, more value there. Okay, but this is someone wanting to talk to you. Some of you, it's me. Some of your spirit team is like, I know who can support this pile one. It's gonna be Onyx. So go there. Okay. And I'm not special. It's just every reader is not for every person, right? So some of you do have but some of you may have someone that is very intuitive, someone who has a very pronounced third eye, right? That wants to talk to you. Someone with psychic tendencies, could be an actual psychic, could be an actual medium like me, or could be someone in your family, could be your revelation of you as such, right? And I did mention at the very beginning of the pile, some of you may have not caught it. There's a lot of spirit guide, possible ancestral messages trying to make their way to you. All right. It's exciting. Oh, look at us. I guess they weren't for us. Some of you, there's a lot of messages that aren't going to come through. So many. Like some people are just not going to message you. It's fine. We didn't need those messages. We didn't need the overload. They were making my head hurt. Right? They're making my head hurt. So it is what it is. So messages that are going to come through are the ones that you need, not random messages, not the confusion. If you're the type to come on a channel that gets confused, everything is going to become very, very clear, very streamlined for you. Soon you're stepping into alignment. You're stepping into discernment to where you know what messages are yours and what aren't. Ooh, I love that. You're not going to be on here messaging me, telling me you're confused. You're going to know exactly where you fall. Okay. Not just on my channel, but in your life. Like you're going to know exactly what you need to be doing in the way that you're doing. Okay. Your instincts are going to sharpen. So let me get another card. But some of you may actually have someone with that you would align with that energy that wants to talk to you. Feels like someone actively reaching out to, right? Because you'll get a message or something like that, okay? So tell me more about my pile number one, my meringue shortbread. Who wants to talk to you? Will they reach out? No, not yet. Give me more. Who else is wanting to talk to pile one? It's such a special pile. I need to know like who these people are. Because it's all the vague messages regarding like your life, your future, where you're headed, your knowledge and your growth, which I love. But who are these people on my table for my pile number one? Lots of blue. Lots of blue. Sadness. Full moon in Virgo could be someone with Virgo or Pisces placements. Okay. But I mentioned this period of time. So anything sadness, okay? They're being real specific. Look at you. I love it. I don't care how long this pile gets because it's clear. Full moon eclipse in Virgo that just happened. I mentioned, if you weren't paying attention, that something happened here. I don't know what happened. Or you realize something here. And it could have made you sad, and that's okay, right? You got hurt, betrayal, emotional, sensitive, honoring your feelings. Something maybe sad happened here. Someone wants to talk to you regarding whatever that is. It could be someone related to a certain situation, circumstance, but those messages incoming, pending, I heard the word pending messages or whatever it is, happen in reference to this, okay? So we got sadness, so some of you check your messages, but we got hurt, betrayal, emotional, sensitive, honoring your feelings. If you are anticipating messages that will make you sad, that is okay. That's life. And, you know, usually when we have something that creates sadness, it's a loss of some form. Losses are there to create space. Think of a lot of your sad moments really quick just to make you feel a little better for this group, because y'all don't get this often on the public side. Think of some of your sad moments. What happened after, right? You either learned something that you didn't know before and the end result, or whatever you thought you lost, whatever, usually created space for something else. It's like, I didn't get this, but you know what? I wouldn't have gotten that had I gotten this, or I wouldn't have been here if I would have went there. Pay attention to that. That's really important. I'm going to get you one more. in the bottom for this deck. And, you know, I'll pull y'all a love message. I'm not against that before I get your advice. And look at that. Go to the skeleton key readings. This is my pile that likes the blues, my pile that likes the green. You're in your right place, right space. Something about this person is very intuitive. You may have someone like that, or it could, again, just be your spiritual awakening. And time is very endless, right? Everything is connected. So I could be talking about one person, multiple people at the same time. Excuse me. Okay. I could be talking about multiple people as well as you. So I could be talking about people wanting to share knowledge with you. I could be talking about a specific person you align with that energy, but that doesn't negate your own spiritual ascension journey along with that, because this talks about messages being revealed. It landed on blank space and it landed on third eye psychic energy, which talks about the revelation of things. Go to the skeleton key readings. There actually is a lock and key pile that I believe is for you, because side journey, if you're a member, if you're not, there's a message for channel members. I mentioned this is how you know. If you're not a member, that's fine. I said in the intro, your messages are always going to come through for you if they're meant for you. There's a message that I'm working on today since I got free time for the skeleton key reading that's going to be exclusive to members. One of the things I have on my list is to go back to this actual reading that I think I'm sending you to. And I need to check to make sure of something. So regardless of if it ends up being what I said to the members before in the video live that I need to check before I say it, this is a pile for you. There's a lock and key. I don't know, something about the color green for real. But there's a lock and key pile in the skeleton key playlist. It is called Lock and Key. You will literally see it on the thumbnail. It is a lock and key. So that's your pile. Look at you with the redirection that you get. So make note. Make note. I'm not making note of it for the public side because it's an integrity thing. I said I wasn't going to do it. It's an exclusive to members thing, but that doesn't mean you can't go back and see. That's your pile. We got a silver fox, age, maturity, clever, charming, experience. There's a mature masculine that has stepped on my table. That is, I heard the word intrigued. So that's funny. There's going to be something revealed about a more mature masculine for sure. Like you're going to get messages about that. Some secrets that will be revealed. But this also represents just someone that's a little more mature and experienced than you in general, that wants to communicate with you, that wants to reveal something to you. And it doesn't have to be all ominous and woo-woo, like, oh, they want to reveal, da-da-da-da-da. It could truly just be someone that just has some knowledge they want to drop. Like, hey, this is something I did when I was younger. This worked out for me. Like, we're looking ahead, your future. You're going to be really successful. Let me explain this to you, how to go about it. Like, it could be that simple. So let me see this at the bottom. We got outdated, age, closed-minded. Some of you have someone that is a little outdated, age, and closed-minded on the table that wants to talk to you. It could be some of the shadow side of the pile, the messages you're not liking. It could be truly be that. But that's okay, because you know, Aquarius, it talks about quirky, it talks about unique things, it talks about, again, being forward thinking. This old school energy is the reversal of innovative thinking, right? So I like to see it in reverse with Aquarius on my table, because it talks about someone that is looking ahead, someone that is very inspired, someone that's very inventive, someone that's doesn't necessarily just follow the trends, they create them, right? Whether we're talking about like social trends and norms, social, right, and networking, or whether we're talking about like data and analysis. Okay, this is my pile of getting the most refreshing news, the most refreshing information. Like everything about this pile feels like inspiration, hidden knowledge, hidden wisdom, life hacks, things that unlock you and your full potential. Okay, I'm really excited. There's people that know what they're doing that are wanting to share that with you. So I like to see it on my table. Good for you. I'm gonna pull this one little love deck because I can real quick, and then We'll pull the mermaid message. If you, okay, this is my pile of, you have, it's okay if things have been taking long, okay? You've been waiting a really long time. Things been moving really slow. That's all right. It's fine. I said it in the intro. If you want to go back, I do messages when I'm supposed to do these messages for who I'm supposed to do these messages for. It always just aligns that way, okay? If you're waiting for messages, if you're waiting for confirmations, if you're seeking out something and you're trying to figure out how to do something and you just don't know what you're doing, or you can't quite get it, it's just your opposition, I'm telling you, it's coming, and it's slow for a reason. It will happen. The news will come when it's supposed to happen. I'm not gonna tell you again. I feel like I don't know, I feel like a big sister, like, listen, I told you already, you wait. I don't know, something about a wait, okay? Let's see. Tell me, give me this love message. And it could be love specific related. Could be love related, since it was, I got that message when I was pulling that deck. So something about old school in reverse. Some of you really want a really traditional situation romantically. I don't know if it's going to be traditional, okay? Because old school talks about the reversal. It talks about being more open-minded about what it is you want and what you're seeking. I'm not saying like go for things that don't make sense for you. I'm saying something about opening your mind up and broadening your perspective, or possibly even becoming attracted to somebody you didn't think you would be attracted to. Like, and I don't mean that in a settling way. I don't mean it in that way at all. It feels like being caught off guard and kind of being attracted to someone you didn't even think to be attracted to, or just, it's like a good example. If you're not very experienced with different types of people, you're usually in your own community, your own culture, people that are just like you or very similar, right? Think of people that haven't traveled very far, like physically traveled. It feels like meeting a person that you didn't realize a culture existed, or something about this person you didn't know to be attracted to people like that. I get that, okay, on the table. That's an example. So you'll get messages romantically. I mentioned, I think, a 6-month timeline for some of you, where we talk about getting to know each other, enjoy discovering new commonalities, goals, dreams as you learn more about each other. You're going to meet someone new, discover a new type of person that you didn't necessarily realize was in the world. Could be via a new hobby that you never explored before, or travel, things like that, where you're going to really enjoy getting to know this person. Okay. And I mean that romantically, but I also see examples of people that you're like, oh, I didn't know. Like, you're going to meet people or explore your relationships further with people you know, and learn more about them in ways where they're like really dropping knowledge, really dropping gems in a way that you just did not. You're like, how you had all this knowledge all this time and I'm just finding out? Like, what's that about? You keeping secrets? That's what I feel for this group. I love it so much. But getting to know each other, there's going to be a lot of things and people you're going to get to know very soon. Here's your communication message. A conversation is on the horizon. Someone is planning to reach out. Be ready to express yourself. You got messages that are pending or waiting, or something about messages. Okay, getting to know each other and communication. Be open to communication and all of the things. So let me close you out. My final piece of advice for my pile number 1 regarding these messages and these people that's associated with all that stuff. I'm not taking any of that didn't show itself. I am not. It's way too many cards. I love that you're getting so many messages. I love that you have so many opportunities. But I'll take the 3 that fell in the bottom. Don't forget to go to your redirection. This is the only one that came through in your pile so far, okay? Lock and Key, Skeleton Key reading. I actually think I filmed it during a lunar eclipse. If I'm not completely spacing and losing my mind, this may have been an eclipse. Like, the full moon in Virgo may have been a lunar eclipse last year, if I'm not mistaken. Because I know this reading came out last year this time. I did align it with eclipses. So eclipses could be a thing. And I don't know why green is a thing, but you'll figure that out, okay? meditate. Make some quiet time in the still air. I told you, if you need a break, take a break. If you need rest, take a breath. Take a breath. Take a rest. Okay, take a breath. A travel, whether we're talking about in spirit, whether we're talking about the mind and expanding your mind and go places you're not used to going and experiencing people you're not used to experiencing, because that is a thing here. Okay, so seeing the surface of the ocean, it's not the same as diving deep to see the coral. I mentioned 6 months, maybe 6 months time frame from you finding this reading, even if it's not real time for you. You'll have some opportunities to travel, could be vacation, could be for rest, but it will definitely be enlightening in some sense, even if it's for leisure, because we have meditate, which talks about being pensive and acquiring new knowledge, awakening your third eye in some way. And we have another card that says communicate. So communication, communicate, respond to your messages, please. That's a very clear indicator, okay? Things left unsaid will never reach the shore. I'm going to repeat it again because you got 2 communication cards. Things left unsaid will never reach the shore. So, I mean, I can't help you if you're not going to communicate back to the messages, and be very determined. So don't be afraid of the rising tide. It will soon recede. Be determined. You are good enough, and be determined. Okay. So let me get, I did have one more for your advice because I said I was going to use it. So I'm going to stick to my word. And then one more for my pile one. I'm excited for all of y'all on the public side getting this type of reading. I love doing the free readings. I promise I do. I do. Yes, I'm so excited that this is coming through for y'all. And again, those of you that want to join the memberships, I'm not discouraging you in any way, but I'm saying I mentioned in the intro, the people that can't, truly can't, because their life just is not in a position for that. You're not left out. You're fine. There's tons of messages literally on the free side, because this reading has been up for a year. Literally a year. Okay. So there we go. You effortlessly attract and receive wealth, abundance, and prosperity. I love it. That's what you need to be aware of. That's what you need to be cognizant of. Okay. Not only are you the creation, you're also the creator. So there you go. There you go. All right. So that is all I have for you today. My pile number 1. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join the crew. There's a lot of exclusive messages on that Onyx key tier. Thank you for watching. All right, pile number 2, my lemon rosemary tartlet. Let's see who wants to talk to you. Will they reach out? And any just incoming messages you should be anticipating. So for those of you that are new here, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson and the journey. All right. Really exciting stuff. So excited about this public message that I'm putting out today, because everything is so specific for all of you. So your pile specifically, I do note redirections from channel members. I mapped them out specifically. Okay. Ooh, sorry y'all, I got like a weird sneeze. I feel like I might sneeze. So if you have allergies, if you sneeze now around any point of this reading, take it as a confirmation. Any sneezes, okay? Any sneeze, hiccup, holding a breath, all of that. This is your confirmation, okay? Because we're channeling heavy right now, because we were pulled here on a side quest based on the intro, okay? Go to the other lemon tart. There's at least one. It should even be in the playlist with this one. So I do apologize if I forget to add it to the playlist, but there's a playlist with this thumbnail on the channel. Go back and find your lemon tartlet. Okay. I'm giving you that. So one of the people wanting to message you, really high energy person. Okay. I don't know who this is, but it's one specific person that's already like jumped on the table loud. I want to move that because that's important. We're gonna hold this for a second. We'll get to this in a second. Exactly. I can't even finish cleansing the decks. That's your messages are. You're not gonna wait for messages. They're coming in very impulsively. Okay. So I got this chaotic twin flame energy here and the would you accept. Now I'm trying to cleanse this deck. And I almost tore it. They don't make this deck anymore. So please don't ruin my deck. Someone is like, pile 2 is my person. I'm very attracted to this person. Like somebody, like, especially if this is a person that believes in like soulmates and twin flame, they are like, this is my person. And they are hot and like coming in heavy, really inspired. It's nothing to be alarmed by. Those of you that are like, oh, ooh, intense feelings, like if you're alarmed by it, intense feelings, don't worry about it, because I have here that luck is on your side. I do have luck is on your side, so don't be alarmed. But I mean, there's a high energy person that's like, I'm coming. Like, I really want to talk about 2. I'm really interested in pile 2, especially if you're the type that kind of stays to yourself. If you're a little bit low-key, a little energetic, focus on your career, you're in your right place, right space, I'm talking to you. Some of you, this is a person that this energy is very I don't say unnatural, that seems weird, but it's uncommon that they experience this rush, this energy of being attracted to someone the way that they're attracted to you, because it could be someone that is to themselves, that prioritizes their career. Because why did that fall out like that as I'm trying to reset you, right? It's kind of like, okay, the wave of energy is chaotic and excited and just really, I don't want to use the word aggressive. It's just someone that's going to be very active in messaging you, talking to you, trying to get your number, trying to get your attention. Like, it's someone that's very active in that, in a way that what you need to be aware of, pile 2, is not normal. They don't do that. That's not their personality. I got that. Okay. All right. Well, good for you. I like it. I like that. We seem to have somebody that's stable, right? Yeah. Look, it's back. See? Especially if we're talking about, this is a largely feminine audience. So those of you that are attracted to people that are more masculine in nature, male or not. What's that? Oh, look, real athletic. You know, I saw that earlier. I saw that before I started your reading. So look, this card is like slipping out to make us aware. So yeah, somebody that's really active, most likely masculine in nature, could be associated with that parrot energy. All right, let me Hermit keeps coming back, so it's definitely making sure you're aware this is someone that stays to themselves primarily, and also, since that was like a critical love message, this person's also single. It is what it is. Fine. The message here that I just shuffled away as I try to get on with pulling your cards, because it won't let me be on with pulling your cards. Uranus and Gemini happens in the summertime. Okay, I like to say it on the public side because I talk about this all the time on memberships, and I want y'all to know things too. When Uranus shifts to Gemini, something about this pile, something about your messages, something about the energy. I don't know how that's going to be affecting you in your chart and the transits, but something about Uranus and Gemini. It's a years-long transit. When it happens in summer, it's going to be there until 2033. So make use of these few years. Messages you're getting in the near future will be deeply impactful for that range of time. So I love to see you guys getting into school, starting new careers, shifting career paths, starting businesses, finding your partner that you're going to be with, right? Through that period of time, beyond that period of time. Those are going to be those messages. I like it. I like this little side quest that I'm on because the messages seem more impactful, right, than just putting out videos. So give me an overview for my pile number 2, lemon, Rosemary, Tartlet. And I do apologize for that wave of chaos that the beginning of your pile was, but watch it multiple times. There's a lot of information there. Tell me who wants to talk to my pile 2. Will they reach out? There we go. It's 2. You know, if you wanted more than one pile, good for you. You guys are doing that now on the public side because you don't get these as often. So Aquarius actually rules the 11th house. That's the pause. So everything is going to be about your collective networking energy. So these are all messages coming about networking, community, groups, hobbies, just connecting with people with common interests, people from cultures you're associated with. Like, that's the way. That's everything. Is loud. It's very, very loud. Makes sense why it's loud, because House 11 is loud. It is outside, right? It's where we go in association to our career and reputation in the 10th house, right? It's where we get drained and go hide in our 12th house, right? Like it just is a lot, okay? So I'm going to keep them both since that's in a common combination. Those of you that like unique patterns or coincidences, like some of you, it makes sense you would be connected to me back. I say back in the day, it wasn't that long ago. It was a couple years. I was in the gaming industry. So those of you that like to like gamble and things like that, whatever form, if you like those types of just games in general, where you like when patterns mean something, here you go. The sign that rules that house naturally in astrology. Some of you may have an Aries rising. That's confirmation you're in your right place, right space, because when you have that, that's when your houses align the way they are naturally, right? Because Aries first house. So everything about your network, everything about the way you connect with other people, everything about your hobbies and your cultures and your communities, critical messages. Very, very loud. So what's at the bottom? Because why is it so loud? Capricorn. Well, you know, ambition, realism, methodical steps. Some of you have Capricorn and Aquarius placements. Good for you. I say that because they're back-to-back signs, right? Back-to-back signs. Let me see. Hold on. Make sure everybody can see what's going on. Good for you. Great. So 10th house. We talked about that just now. That's the sign that rules your hard work. It rules your reputation and all of your karmic lessons and connections. So when we talk about all of your spiritual connections and the people you're intended to connect with in this life, those are the types of people you're going to be connecting with soon if you haven't been already. Like all of the people feels like soul tribe coming in. Now that I'm looking at it, that's why it's so loud. That's why it's so broad. It's not one person. It's maybe you close a cycle in life. The next wave of people that come in are a wave of people. It's like, okay, my turn, pile two. You're supposed to be connecting with us. Yeah, right? We're your friends, we're your family, we're your lover. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it is. And it's not going to be literal, but that's kind of the spiritual connotation of what's going on my table. So let me move this and get your tarot. Pile number 2, and lemon, rosemary, tartlet. Who wants to talk to them? We reach out. Messages from the pile number 2. All right. Hey, I mentioned so loud. Oh my gosh. You either have Aquarius placements, and if you do not, like, I don't know, something about you, your hobbies, your network, your group settings, your collective spaces, your culture, something about it, okay? It's like literally star energy, like very popular energy. So something about you, you're either very popular and people want to talk to you as a result, or that's gonna like your popularity is going to increase. Like something about your popularity increasing, and all of you are living relative lives, right? So does not mean that you're gonna be like Beyonce. I'm not saying that. I'm saying some of you, like, let's say you're doing well in school. Maybe they write an article in a school paper, right? In your company, like maybe you work for a small business, right? You're going to be like at the top of that small business. Maybe you started a small business and that's going to be very popular in your area. Maybe you get like social media influence, things like that. It's all going to be related to you, what you're working on, and what your life path is. It's like being the star of your life path, because ironically enough, I mentioned Uranus moving to Gemini. It's the planet that rules Aquarius and the 11th house, okay? Yeah, I'm talking too much. It's the ruler of these two, and it rules this card. So the star is Aquarius-based energy. I'm going to put you right here. That's you. Popular. Everyone wants to see Pal 2. So give me more. Who wants to talk to you? Everybody? People that believe in your potential. Tell me more about my pile number 2. My lemon, rosemary, tartlet, please. Tell me more about these messages. What are the specific messages? It's so broad. My pile number 2. My lemon, rosemary, tartlet. Okay. I'll take them both. This one is also really screaming at me, so I'm gonna move it here so we don't lose it. Okay, that's what we'll do in the bottom. Okay, your messages will be very specific, very detailed, very clear. Okay, and if they're not quote unquote clear, it means sit with them, right? Like read your messages, read your terms and conditions. It like feels like terms and conditions, but really it's contracts. Like if we're talking about contracts, just make sure you're reading them. It's going to be messages that you really need to sit down and like digest. Okay, if they don't feel like they're clear, because incoming energy related to this star. Okay, look at you. Six of Pentacles talks about offers, and it's the best kind of offers for those of you. I mean, I call it the best kind of offers because, like, sometimes offers come in and it's more of a, I guess, quid pro quo, right? It's more of an offer of, okay, you're going to do this, and then I'm going to do that. It's going to be equal parts. This feels like you getting more than you bargained for, right? Like Six of Pentacles is Prince and Pauper energy. Feels like blessing energy. Feels like gift, right? I represent like, because Six of Pentacles represents charitable donations. So you could be getting messages regarding doing that. You get messages where you're on a receiving end of that. If that's something you may need, I mentioned on the public side, your messages are always going to come through to you where you need them. But this feels like support. It feels like giving for the sake of giving and receiving for the sake of receiving. This feels like someone or some people offering you support just because they value you and they believe in you. Okay? Well, that's the thing. I say value and believe in you, or some of you, it's not even that deep. I love this message that's coming through. Some of you, it's just because, and when I say value and believe in you, it doesn't mean that you're doing anything. Some of you, you're going to get a confirmation of like, because some of it could be even religious for some of you, but it feels like being loved and valued for simply being a person, being human, being respected as a human. If that's not something you've been on a receiving end of, I love that. So there you go. And here we got the Seven of Cups, which talks about dreams. It talks about options. It talks about opportunity. It talks about our imagination and where we have visions and our creative expression. So those are those types of messages. Like some of you are going to get messages from people all around you on ideas, on like things to support you. Like that's just kind of what I get. It's loud. That's why I'm like leaving it where it is, because I don't want to keep going into where it's loud. Yeah, like it's, yeah, Five of Wands is very loud energy. In a shadow sense, it's like war. It's energy of war. It's energy of fighting and aggression. Now lighter sense, it's effort and energy. It's people fighting and supporting and being very active in you. It could be people fighting for your attention. It could be people fighting to help support you, get you what you need, right? But Five of Wands is activity, it's motion, it's things moving, it's so many messages you don't have time for, if I'm being honest. So there you go for my lemon, rosemary, tartlet. I've got the Nine of Swords. Can be a little overwhelming, can be anxious. So that light shadow could be having so many messages that you just don't know what to do with, and that's okay. That's okay. Don't stress. If you've been very stressed about, I heard the word ascension. When we talk about career, when we talk about networking, when we talk about working on things and creative ideas and being very overwhelmed in that sense, I see things, messages coming in that ease that. Okay, so I'm gonna move this. I don't know, things are shifting because I just keep moving everything. Everything's in a way because of the way that the cards go at the beginning. So let me see what the Moonology has to tell us. My lemon, rosemary, tartlet. I feel like I've been doing this reading much longer than I have. It's only been 16 minutes. All right, so pile 2, my lemon, rosemary, tartlet. Who wants to talk to me? Pile 2. Will they reach out? Okay. I got it. You're gonna have difficulty deciphering the messages, and that's okay. That's okay, because be bold to make the first move, impulse, and instinct. Rely on your instincts. I said impulse, and some of you might get impulsive messages. Some of you may be encouraged to react in impulse in some sense. So I'm going to take that one, those two. This is your bottom of your deck, okay? I'm cleaning it up. Someone's going to help you clean something up. Some of you are going to clean things up and get really organized. Like something about being inspired and being able to clean things up. Someone may ask you for help in cleaning something up. Okay. So I'm going to put this here. What's this first one? A fiery climax approaches. We got the full moon in Aries. I mentioned very active energy. You got work through your fears. Back-to-back transits. I'll be telling y'all little timelines come through a lot when you're real time, okay? And even if it's not real time for me, I could still be talking about this time of year when you find me. So like, let's say, because I'm in 2025, if you find me in 2027 and this reading calls you then, this time of year may be relevant for you in 2027, right? That full moon in Aries happens Libra season, right? Beginning of fall. And this is the new moon that occurs in the middle of fall. So fall is a big deal. I mentioned these are back to, could be back-to-back transits. It's very close in timelines, within like the same month or so, okay? This time of the year. So Google that. Your moon in Scorpio, full moon in Aries. That's when messages will be important to you. We got a mutable moon. Nothing is yet set in stone. Some of you, nothing will be set in stone until this time of year regarding something you're waiting for or a message you get. Like you might have conversations about something here and or now, and then like if you're having conversations about something now, you'll find more clarity in the fall because it is spring now, okay? And then I don't know, something about clarity in the fall regarding something that's kind of up in the air now, okay? Because I'll lead with now because the timeline is a little iffy. Nothing will come of the situation. The word nothing is here. Look at me. Something's off, okay? Something may feel off, something may seem off, and that's okay. It's not. I just want you to know, even if it feels off, it's not. Like I promise you, it's not. Because it's all like my table is thrown off a little bit, and it's because I put the star card with Aquarius in the house 11, and it seems like everything is thrown off on the table, but it's not, because all three of those things are actually connected for real. Like they're quite literally related energies. So I put them together because there are literally related energies versus me laying out the table in a way that is pretty, right? So something that you kind of want to make sense, that you want to look good, it does not, right? The thing that seems a little off, right, is not off. It makes perfect sense. It literally is related. It literally is the way it should be, right? So especially if we get a message regarding something not working out, things being up in the air, it's supposed to be like that. That's for a reason. That confusion will clear away as things stabilize, okay? All right, so let me see here. Tell me more about messages coming in for my pile number 2, my lemon, rosemary, tartlet. Who wants to talk to my lemon, rosemary, tartlet? Will they reach out? What messages? I like this deck. Hopefully it tells us more of a who in the grand scheme of all of this loud energy, because it's very loud. So tell us who. I'll ask who. Who and what, I guess. Okay, so whoever this is, they got a lot to talk about. Like, because look at all these messages we're not pulling. At the bottom of all of their messages is going to be that. Okay. Or related to that person, but whoever that first card is, a lot to say. Okay, could be during the full moon in Aries, right? Could be someone Aries placements. I mentioned fall. So who is this? We got a one night stand, fast on connection, sex positivity, and pleasure. I mentioned fall season. So could be, again, around the full moon in Aries, could be someone with Aries placements, could be someone with Libra placements, since this is when that happens. Could also have Scorpio placements, since we're talking about that time of year. And these are those transits. So fast sudden connection. Some of you may actually connect with someone really quickly. Okay, like someone wants to connect with you really quickly. Some of you have offers coming in that are going to happen very quick, like fast, in a way where you don't necessarily have as much time to think about them. I don't know why that's a thing, but it is. Okay, and then I've got spice things up, so I'll give you all the message. It's specific for some of you. There's someone that things happen or really started or ended very abruptly with. Could be a literal one night stand. Could have been maybe a friends with benefit situation. Because there's a very sensual vibe on my table, I'm trying to be mindful of it because I know YouTube don't like that. So I try to stay away from that publicly, if I'm being honest, just because YouTube don't like that. But there's an energy on my table. So if this applies to you, you're going to know the cards literally are very literal in that sense, if that's a thing. That's someone that wants to talk to you. That's someone that seems to be a little bit interested in you, either again or was interested in you at one point, and you've got something to say, or there will be messages that you get regarding this person, whoever that is. It's going to be different for all of you. And again, it doesn't have to be that hyper sensual vibe that I've got on the table. It could be someone that was very sensually attracted to you at one point that pursued you, right? And it could also be someone that you briefly dated. Because the less chaotic version of this is someone where there was maybe a mutual attraction that fizzled very quickly. Like it wasn't anything chaotic. It just, you were interested and then you weren't, right? So that's someone on the table, very specifically on the table. Okay. So we got a rushing energy here. We got time heals all wounds in reverse, rushing, distrust, wounded, stuck in the past or future. Somebody's dwelling on you. Someone with this energy is dwelling on you. Okay, I'll keep it here and let you see, but I want to pull one more so we can see more energy. But there's someone either you wouldn't, because this is someone that wants to talk to you, wants to reach out to you. This is someone that you wouldn't trust, that I don't know, like I don't want to take it back, but some of you don't trust this person. Maybe that's why it fizzled out quickly. Maybe this is someone that's done something to you. I mean, I guess you can go to the sunflower readings because I do have those on the channel, but something about there's a person on the table that you do not want to hear from. That's why you got nothing as yet set in stone. Nothing will come of the situation. Someone that you would not respond to or won't. Like would not respond to or won't when they message you. Okay. It feels like someone that can't let you go, even if there's bad blood. Okay. Or disinterest on your end. Okay. So just a warning, letting you know. Okay. Who's this? I'm like, who's this? Who are these people? Third party situation, player, indecisiveness, disloyal, someone that may have been disloyal to you, indecisive with you. If it was someone that put you in third party situations, that's a thing. Got it. Well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. All it's like this one person specifically on the table. I do have voodoo, magic, practice, power, spell work, beliefs, and rituals on the table. So much. Okay. Okay, some of you, this person, chaotic energy, wants to message you, will possibly. Others of you, someone associated with this energy. So it could be a third party related to someone with this energy. Watch your current partners. If you have a current partner, watch this person. I'm not going to lie. I don't want to make this a shadow pile, but just watch it because some of you may have a third party reach out to you about something you didn't know what's going on. And let's see. The voodoo card is so random. I think I'm going to pull again because that's so random in the midst of all of this. Why is that here? And I'm not usually as confused. Okay, I won't pull more. I like that it slipped out. So some of you have a secret admirer. Voodoo does talk about hidden knowledge, hidden energy. So some of you have a secret admirer. Go to those readings. It could be someone that is spiritual in nature. It could be someone that has like a bit of a dark aesthetic. Could be someone with unique tendencies. But you got a secret admirer that I guess would be aligned with this energy. Someone that looks really good. And it could be all the same energy, but it doesn't feel like it because it felt this felt so disconnected from this that let me pull again. I'll do it really quick. And every time I say I'm going to pull again, I get it. So look, I got that different energy. I got Gold Digger here, and I got community, something about a community secret admirer. Now, some of you have a secret admirer in a religious setting, a community setting. Got it. There it is. We're done. Whew. Good. We're good. We're done. I'll pull from this deck really quick, and then I'll get your advice. Since you have all those love themes, we're done. Ooh, I told you, a lot of people wave of chaos. Reconciliation. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. This one wants to talk as well. There's a huge theme of reconciliation. So it feels like you have secret admirers. You have multiple secret admirers. One really chaotic one that is going to be an absolutely not with for sure. And then one that feels very powerful that you're going to be excited about. Now, I don't want you to get lost in that first wave of energy. I got a first wave of energy for the pile. If you go back, that was really excited, really positive, like someone that's excited, that's very interested in you, that you would be interested in as well. But this one did feel a little dark. It feels like people or a person that briefly was interested in you that wants to get back together. This is 2 cards. Watch it. There's secret admirers all over your table. That's why it's so loud. So the chaotic energy that's going to want to reconcile with you is forefront, because I guess you need to know, you need to be prepared, because it's like absolutely not. It's like absolutely not. So I don't know what to tell you. But then there's also energy of other people being interested that you may not even be aware are interested, because that's what this voodoo talks about. Like, you wouldn't expect people to be interested in you. And then with reconciliation, we've got clarity. You're going to find out that someone's still interested in you, trying to get back in touch with you, or maybe they'll directly reach out to you, and you'll be very clear in absolutely not, because the absolutely not is so loud on the table, right? But some of you may also get clarity regarding some type of reconciliation here. But in the midst of all of the chaos for this pile, I also see potential for a future, okay? This one is a keeper. Your love life is ascending to the next level. So lots of secret admirers, some that have regrets, I guess, some that you need to leave alone, that you would absolutely be offended by. And then there's somebody that you're going to be interested in romantically at some point in this year, someone that you see yourself building a future with in a year. I mentioned that Uranus in Gemini transit. And what else before I get the advice and close this out? Yeah, we got a final shot. Now is the time. The clock is ticking. If you never shoot your shot, then you will always wonder what if. This is a huge pile of lots of people shooting their shot. People that know they have no business contacting you ever again, or attempting to. People that you briefly dated, talked to, were cool with, wanting to come back. And like, maybe I can see if I can try again with pile 2, get close with pile 2. Then it's also an energy of someone that's really excited about you, wanting to rush in and pursue you, that you would be interested in, wanting to talk to you too. So I'll say this. I'm going to get your advice. I'm not pulling any more cards, because I hate how loud the pile is, because it's hard to cut through, because it's too many people wanting your energy. Congratulations, pile 2. You're gonna be doing so well this year in whatever area of life. However, because when a pile is this loud, when I'm asking who wants to talk to you, who wants to reach out, your incoming messages, it means that there's a light on you, right? Like, something's going well for you, because why all these random people want to talk to you? Why people you briefly dated that you weren't compatible with, wanting to see if they can spin the block, right? Why are chaotic exes or people that have done you wrong, that know it wouldn't be amicable, knowing that you would not be happy to hear from them, thinking, let me just shoot my shot anyway? Like, something about this pile, it's like, even people that have done things in a chaotic way that like should never ever want to talk to you again are like, let me see if I can talk to pile 2. Maintain your boundaries and guard your energy, because I don't like that vampiric energy of people that know you would not be happy to hear from them still wanting to reach out and doing so anyway, because that's on my table. Now, really happy energy of like someone here not wanting to miss out in the best way, because it came through first and they led with that before it got chaotic. But congratulations again, because Star, Aquarius, House 11, doing really well, being really successful in a way that everybody's thinking about you. All right, so let me get this advice to step out of this energy. Oh, two, my lemon rosemary tartlet. So I don't want to hear this pile complaining about memberships if you're not on there, because this is absolutely a pile that will be able to access memberships this year. You're going to be doing too well to not be able to. So if you want memberships, you will be able to soon if you can't right now. So, and I'm not, like, this is not a dream. Like, life is not a dream, right? We've got, hold on, let me, look at that. Look at that. Like, follow your yearning for the deep blue sea. This is not la la land. This is not a dream. Like, ground your goals. Like, move. Go, move. We've got prudence. Don't be lured by the siren song. Oh, when it comes down to those people that talk pretty, that don't really mean anything, people that you know you're not compatible with, people that have done you wrong, leave them where they are. Don't get caught slipping. Okay? Like, don't sleep on people. Be prudent. Okay? Don't be lured by the siren's song. And I'm not talking about my happy mermaid energy on my channel. I'm talking about chaotic people that have proven that they have chaotic tendencies, that are chaotic to you. I'm saying it that way intentionally. Leave them where they are. Leave them where they are. Okay? If you've dealt with someone and it was brief for a reason. Leave them where they are. Leave them where they are. New energy on my table seems really exciting. Go for it. Go for it. That's why we have all of this new community energy. Go for it. Go for it. But do not be lured by the siren song when we talk about old energy, because some of you struggle with that, and that's why it came through your who wants to talk to you reading. Like, you lack boundaries with people from your past. Got it. You lack boundaries from people with people from your past, especially people that you don't need to be dealing with. So final advice, so I can get out of this loud energy. How to. All right. It's so beautiful the moment you discover you are half human, half universe. Love yourself in all of your phases. So those of you that are like, oh, she's talking about something that's not really. Yes, it is. I know what I'm talking about. I always know what I'm talking about on this table. The end. And like, when it comes to this table, I can't speak for real life, but this table, I know what I'm talking about. It is so beautiful the moment you discover you are half human, half universe. Love yourself in all your phases, whatever you're doing, the things you're working on, the successes that you mean. This feels like a pile you don't anticipate your successes. I'm anticipating your successes, because this loud energy on my table doesn't just show up. It shows up because something is happening with you in the best way. And if you don't feel that right now, then do the work. Go to the other readings. I sent you to some, okay? All right. Love yourself in all your phases of development. Nobody said it was easy. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Nobody said it was easy, so it fell. Nobody said it was easy, and bravery is your baseline. Don't be scared. Do what you need to do in the way that you need to do it. Yeah, there's so much beauty that comes from picking up the pieces. So if you're at the beginning of a picking up the pieces stage, then do what I say to do, okay? All right, so that is all I have for you today, my pile number 2. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join the crew if you're able to. There are a lot of exclusive messages in that Onyx key tier. Thank you for watching. All right, pile number 3, my raspberry mousse cake. Let's see who wants to talk to you. Will they reach out? And any just incoming messages you need to be on standby for. So for those of you that are new here, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson and the journey. So this is a pile. Something about ending. Something over, done with, best or worst way. It will depend on the topic, okay? I get a wave of it being for the best and you being excited about it, or most of you, because for whatever reason, I don't know why, when I sat down, I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'm on my last pile. I am not. Like, I have another pile to do. So this is 3, we have 4. And it's interesting because I have this mutable energy. So this is the deck I'm using for our overview, right? So mutable signs in seasons. So end of spring, end of summer, end of fall, end of winter. And the corresponding placements, right? The astrology signs are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. So these could be placements that people have that are wanting to talk to you, wanting to message you. Real time, the mutable sign that is pending would be Gemini, as it will end spring, right? So if you're watching this real time, if not, find your mutable sign and what time of year you're in. It's going to be relevant regardless. We got Lovers here, which is Mercury based energy. It's most closely associated with the sign of Gemini, is the twins, right? So a lot of you, real time end of spring will be a big deal for you as far regarding your messages. If not, it is still Mercury ruled. Some of you maybe end of summer. Okay. Bottom here, you know what, yeah, end of summer for some of you. So could be multiple messages, right? Some of you could be at by the end of spring, you'll get some messages regarding something. When we talk about Gemini season, some of you, it will be Virgo season since the full moon in Pisces is here. I think that may be an eclipse. So be cognizant of your timelines, real time, but Virgo season here. Okay. All right, so let me move this. I'll move this and we will pull and see more. Ooh. So when I saw the sun, I didn't see summertime, right? Like it references, right? Because that will be Leo season. Something about, I was like, the card under the sun was gonna be a relevant placement, whether it's a person with this sign or just a season that's relevant. And then we got the Empress, right? So something about the Empress energy will be a big deal, but the Empress is ruled by the sign of Taurus. So something about Taurus season is a big deal. Okay. Or someone with Taurus placements, right? Specifically someone that is a Taurus, right? Sun in Taurus. So I don't know why we needed to be that specific, but we were. I'm rolling with it. Pay attention to those timelines and where they fit into your life and how they make sense. Uranus does move in Gemini. A lot of you, that will be impacting you in some way based on your natal chart, because it keeps coming out in certain readings. So especially if you keep picking the piles where I keep talking about Uranus and Gemini, Uranus leaving the sign of Taurus, like I just saw, right? It's gonna impact you in some way. And I don't mean just the transit itself as that's a transit that's going to exist from this summer through 2033. The beginning of that transit will affect you some way, just because, I don't know, that's the shift from one house to the next or from one aspect to the next because of how long it sits there. So some of you may feel a relief where it's maybe it was creating tension in your chart. Others may feel some tension where you were once feeling like a flow of energy. It just depends on how it affects you, okay? It'll be different for everybody. So tell me, my raspberry mousse cake, who wants to talk to you? Will they reach out? Give me my incoming messages for my raspberry mousse cake. Give me a good overview. It's like, I've already given you so many overviews. What do you need another one for? That's the energy of the table. So that's funny. Yeah, it's aggressive too. All right. Stepping on your North Node. Those of you where it's going to be a little challenging, that's okay. Maybe moving too flowy of an energy, right? Things may be a little too easy for you. If things have been really easy for you, and you can see in your chart where that may create some tension, it's not a punishment or anything like that. It's just to create some structure, some routine, some discipline, right? Because some of you, that transit, I need to tell you about, and your messages you get, the people that want to talk to you, the way that your life is challenged or not will be based on the energy above us, right? When we talk about godlike energy, universal energy, that's going to be that energy impacting your chart in your day-to-day life, because this is your day-to-day life. And the messages you get will be directly influenced there, okay? So house 6 says we're establishing a foundation, health, daily life, and practical details. It does talk about our actual work ethic, okay? Because I mentioned the Floyd. So it does mention our actual work ethic, our actual discipline, our actual routines and habits. So the things we do day to day, whether we're talking about like your job, whether we're talking about school, whether we're talking about your health, your wellness, the way you experience the world. Because this is that very mundane home. It represents the physical experience here, okay? All right, and the reason why I'm leading with that energy, we have the the planets of Saturn, right? When we talk about feeling restricted, experiencing struggle, hard work, and patience, it is the planet of discipline and karma and karmic cycles and lessons and all of the stuff, okay? It is also the planet that rules the 10th house of your career and social status. So we got the house that rules work. We got the planet that rules your reputation and your career. That's influenced by the things you're doing here. Okay. So those are the types of messages you're getting. Okay. For better, for worse. So some of you, if you know you're very strict, you're very disciplined, or you know you work really well, you do good things, you prioritize your health, your wellness, all of that. You know you prioritize some type of foundation that will benefit you long term. I'm not talking to you. Those of you that are a little too fluid with no structure, no routine, no discipline, no plan, or whatever in whatever area of life, that's going to be highlighted, especially those of you that are into astrology a little bit. Whatever house that transit we just talked about moves to or moves out of, that's where you're going to experience the relief or friction. That's just astrology, okay? It's not me channeling. That's just literally how astrology works and how it impacts us all individually. All right. All right. Anyone that has Saturn in the 6th house, you're in the right place, right space. Anyone where Saturn has moved, transiting the 6th house in your right place, right space. My raspberry mousse cake, who wants to talk to you? Will they reach out? All of the messages you get, because this is my one pile where I don't know what you got going on, but I like it for you because it does not have to be scary. This is a pile of, regardless of if you ever join memberships, even if this is the one reading you watch with me and you never interact with my channel again, these messages are messages that will be like years long types of impact messages. It's like, you need to know about this transit. This transit is going to affect you in the best way or make things a little more challenging for you, and this is how you maneuver it. Okay, because all of the messages you get, all of the conversations that are had, all the people that want to talk to you is going to be because of this. And I'm not saying that specific transit, I'm saying astrology as a whole, but whatever shift in the near future will something about that. Okay, like I don't know you personally to see. So I'm just gonna leave it there. My pile number 3, my raspberry mousse cake. Yeah, exactly, that clear. So I'm gonna take this one as a little bit of an outlier in the bottom, but this these are 3 cards. I always take 3, so this is extra note. Tell me about these messages. Nine of Pentacles. How to be successful as an individual. All of you in this pile, the conversations that happen are going to be one-on-one. Like, these will be conversations about you and your individual performance, your individual habits, your individual health, wellness, routines, whatever that means for you. We're talking career, social status, we're talking day-to-day life and work. So I'm going to leave with that. Your individual performance is going to be what's graded. Okay? Soon. Yeah. And so I got the 10 of Pentacles, how you contribute to the greater picture, how you contribute to the overall mission, goal, right? Because 9 of Pentacles is me. I'm stable. 10 of Pentacles is where we're all stable collectively, right? 9 of Pentacles is where I'm financially stable in my own. 10 of Pentacles is where, ooh, I'm doing so good. Now I can take care of other people, right? Now I have a legacy. Now I can have kids. Now I got money to leave my kids. That's the conversations. Those are types of messages coming in, whether it's going to be to teach you those things, or if it's going to be, what what's the word I'm looking for? The results that lead you here, right? We'll say that. Got the 10 of Wands, which is a closing. These two represent closing of a cycle. 10s are maxed out energy. It's where things end, right? 10 of Wands can be someone that's overwhelmed, that's overextending. So messages regarding that. Some of you may step into a period of needing to overextend, or step out of a period of overextending, okay? This is going to clarify that. They knew I was going to be like, what is that? The devil. Devil represents control. It's very strict energy. It's ruled by Sun of Capricorn, which is ruled by this Saturn energy. You see what I'm saying? So this is a pile of where you've been really good, where you've been really disciplined, where you're being very in your routine, where you're looking ahead, where you're planning. Kind of, it feels like where you're doing what you should be doing as an individual, looking out for your health, your wellness, and your goals. Really great messages regarding seeing the ultimate results. 10 of Wands and 10 of Pentacles could be the ultimate results, like results beyond your wildest dreams, results you didn't even know was possible, didn't even know you were capable of, right? The shadow is tighten up, messages of tightening up, because Nine of Pentacles is spotlight. It's you as an individual. It's not where you can't hide in a collective of the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, got the High Priestess, the unseen. High Priestess talks about where things are a little bit blurry, a little bit confusing, and the clarity that can come from that. Or you see what I'm saying? Like, because it's the unseen, the unconscious. It's where we are not as it's the aspects of ourselves that we're not as familiar with, right? The revelation of those, right? It's things like that. Like, it represents a lot of things. Yeah, we're not going that deep. It represents a lot of things, like hidden friends, hidden allies, hidden talents, hidden weaknesses, hidden enemies. All of that falls in there. I'm giving you categories because I can't go that deep. Give me more. There we go. With the new moon in Cancer, you and your loved ones are safe. So Cancer is a sign that rules home and family. It talks about where we're comfortable, okay? Our comfort zones, emotional intimacy, things like that. So let me see. Yeah, it's back. Full moon in Pisces, I mentioned, happens during Virgo season. Believe it's going to be an eclipse. I will make note of it if it is at the in the description box, okay? For everybody. Everybody can see when that happens, and you can Google it yourself as well. So balance spirituality and practicality. You and your loved ones are safe. To make sure that you and your loved ones are safe, you're going to have to be a little more practical, a little more grounded, a little more stable mentally. Pisces rules that High Priestess card, okay? It talks about where we're grounding and we're stable and we're disciplined and we're working on things and the areas of life where we can improve. So it's like where you're challenged, because everyone's going to be challenged in some way. Like, some of you are very grounded, stable in your career, but you struggle maybe with taking care of yourself. Some of you are really good at taking care of yourself and doing things that you enjoy, that light you up, but you struggle with doing the things that require discipline that will benefit you long term, even if you know it's going to benefit you long term, right? So whatever area you need to work on, those are going to be the types of messages you get going forward. I sound like that because I wasn't expecting these piles to be so broad, but it makes sense because now that I'm doing memberships where there are a lot of more specific messages, like I'm pulling these types of readings a little more frequently. When I finally do one publicly, it's like, oh, okay, well, we're going to tell them everything they need to know because you don't get these as often. And that's fine. So tell me who wants to talk to me about 3. Let's use this deck to tell us who specifically, what are the most critical messages within the next, I guess, let's say 6 months, since that's been like a bit of a timeline. Within the next 6 months, who wants to talk to me about 3? What I need to be on standby for? Tell me who. Well, one thing about it If you overextend, you are closing that karmic cycle. That card through itself, it's at the top left corner right now, over on some crystals that represent like clearing energy and things like that. It's a stack over there that I just have not moved, I'm not gonna lie. But in this card throwing itself over there, like it's like closing cycles, clearing energy, okay? And it's just in that corner. So I need to move that because it actually is in a way now that I'm looking at it. All right. And I didn't realize it said this in reverse. Okay, because this is the overextending card. That's why I said that. I do everything, right? And that it's in reverse. But now that we're looking at it in reverse, it says releasing toxic relationships, revelations, endings. And I kept forgetting at the beginning of your pile that this was not the last pile. So something about cycles closing, things are going to close. So how chaotic that is going to be up to you. Cycles that are meant to close do so regardless. But I do want to bring attention to those of you that may be a little more on the shadow side. It's like I've been getting it a lot lately. Some of you look like it's like the rug being pulled from beneath you, where you may be getting over, quote unquote, whether you intend to be or not. Like some of you are not, like I'm not calling anyone on the table at people, but like if you kind of been skating by, just like hiding in collective settings, things like that. Like it's not been that hard. You got a lot of shortcomings. You technically, like it feels like people in situations they really have no business being in, and the revelation of such, like you're not capable of doing certain things, if that makes sense, and it doesn't benefit you or the people that you're kind of holding back, if that makes sense. Like I get that. So watch it, because this isn't, you know, I look out for y'all. This is work, and this is your overall trajectory of your career based on your work that you're doing consistently. That's why I'm bringing that up. Like people that are overextending are not doing it anymore. So the people that are the shortcomings of the people that have been carried is not going to work. Like that seems to be the overall message of this one. And all of the messages and all of the conversations are going to be based on the people that are not overextending anymore, or on you not overextending anymore. So I don't know what that is. Okay. All right. And it's not even just the overextending. Remember, I do everything in reverse could be someone that is very selfish, because upright is someone that's overdoing. So in reverse, it's someone that, again, is under giving, like not holding up their end of the bargain, not offering the support that they ask for. I got an energy here that could be someone that's very free-spirited and very vain. If that's you, just be cognizant of that, because I look out for y'all. I don't judge y'all. Okay. Tell me more about who wants to talk to my pile number 3. If someone overextended to you at some point, they have pulled back their energy. That's a thing, okay? What are these 3? Yeah. Someone that overextended at one point will pull back their energy. They may be very clear. They may say something about it, or they may simply just ghost you. I don't know who this is, but someone that has overextended to you, someone that maybe you've taken advantage of, whether consciously of so or not, right? Anyone that that could feel taken advantage of you in some way. Because I don't like to sound accusatory like that. I don't. It just feels like someone that's like, I'm not doing everything anymore. Bye. So I don't know who that is for you specifically, okay? And I got a gold digger here. Super transactional relationship, superficial love, materialistic. Watch it. Some of you here, if you're, because watch these transits, y'all, and these messages, because I see a lot of work and career and stuff like that. If you overextend, and that's how you keep people around, whether we're talking about romantic connections, whether we're talking about friends, things like that, people that you just, that's how you maintain your relationships, is through overextending. I see it here in this diagonal sense. Those people are going to leave you alone once you're not able to do that anymore. I don't like saying that on this table, because why wouldn't you be able to do that anymore? I like it if you set the boundaries with people and they leave on their own because you set boundaries. But like, this feels like a group of people you're not going to be able to buy love and affection with your energy anymore, for whatever reason, whether you just don't have the energy or you don't have the assets. So watch it, okay? And I got a call. Communication, news, offers, excitement, luck. So this could be the best thing of you setting boundaries if you need to. This could be people setting boundaries with you, right? But I also get a wave of some of you may not be setting the boundary. It's the boundary set for you because we have a maxed out energy on the table. Okay. So let me see to the bottom. Y'all better watch that. Yeah, clarity, honesty, survival, wisdom, self-discovery. So desert talks about where we reflect, where things are revealed, right? Where we have revelations, especially with the high priestess, talks about revelation. So a lot of you are going to have like a spiritual lesson soon in the best or worst way. Like, because again, the revelation of, oh, I'm not going to overextend anymore. The revelation of, oh, let me get to work. The revelation of, oh, I can't, like, it's over with. Nobody was really my friend. This partner didn't really like it's a lot of instances on the table. I'm reading the shadow even though I don't have to, because I don't want y'all out here looking crazy. I don't want y'all out here looking crazy. So let me get this love deck. So much going on. I'm gonna pull this love deck and then I'm gonna circle back to this combination so I can tell y'all the lighter and the lighter side of it really quick, because you got time. Got a little more time. What's that? I promise I'm gonna go back to the lighter side, y'all. Yeah. All right. And I don't even know what that cough was. I'm fine. So let me see. Watch your health. Watch your wellness. Okay. We got getting to know each other. Enjoy discovering new commonalities, goals, and dreams as you get to learn more about each other. I love that the love deck is supporting me and a relationship deck is supporting me. The lighter side is connection with someone, like getting to know someone or making friends authentically, right? Because it's like someone that may be stepping out of an overextending energy, and in doing so, getting to know people for real versus like just doing stuff for people, doing favors for people, or we're talking about financially, whatever it is you do to buy friendship, buy love. You'll have to get to know someone authentically in the worst way, where it happens for you, like circumstantial, or where you have the revelation on your own, like, and you're like, I'm setting boundaries with these people, this person, and the person just kind of goes away on their own. Good. You see opportunity to get to know people authentically, right? And you're really like conversing and things like that with people that it makes sense with. And I have a vivid dream here. Pay attention to dreams as your connection deepens. Your dreams become more pronounced and full of answers. That's that high priestess energy. So pay attention to your intuition regarding your relationships, because your dreams are like really telling you something, whether it's just your intuition or actual dreams when you're dreaming of people. Like, pay attention to your interactions. And if you have a therapist, I always encourage that, because it ruled like that's mental health energy, right? Talk that out, right? And like, pay attention to your dreams, right? Like, here I am, your woo-woo lady, go to your therapist too. Because you're getting hunches about people, for better for worse, but it doesn't seem like you're necessarily trusting it. What's this? Ooh. So it's in reverse very soon. Very soon in reverse does not mean that things are going to move very slowly for you. I don't see that at all. I feel like things that have actually been moving very slowly are going to pick up very quickly with this full moon in Pisces energy. Okay. Also, very soon is a thing when you have your revelations. Like, once you realize certain things or get certain messages that make you realize certain things, it's like waking up, like, okay, let's move, let's do this, right? Let's do that. And we got family and friends. The support of family and friends may help strengthen this relationship. Yeah, pay attention to your dreams about romantic options, family, friends, for better, for worse, right? Pay attention to the energy in your dreams. They are very vivid for a reason, especially things that may have taken a long time for you to kind of accept, realize, or acknowledge, okay? So, partner of your dreams that's really liked by your actual family, actual friends, right? Because this feels like a pile of needing me to distinguish your real friends, your real family, the people you're actually close to, that you should be close to, really gonna like this romantic option or do. I see that here. Okay. Y'all energy is crazy today. That's why I got this little side quest with this reading. Some of you are going to get messages about this though, because some of you, if this is not you, like someone that may have overextended in a connection where someone was using them. Some of you have a friend that just does not listen. Some of you got a friend that just does not listen. Like maybe you've been trying to tell them, maybe other friends, other family members have been trying to tell this person, like, this person is not for you. This person's using you, right? This person is draining your energy. They're just around for all the wrong reasons. Does not have to be gender specific. And like, that person is going to have that revelation. You're going to get messages regarding that. You may hear from this person, like, Pile 3, you were right about such and such. Those are the types of messages hit the table. Okay, so let me get your advice and close you out. I think we're good. This feels like a pile of seeing lots of messages about your work and your career. If you've been working very hard, you've been building steadily and consistently. If you've been consistent, great news, great messages coming in. If you've been wishy-washy and all over the place, like, you the shadow, okay? Because I don't like saying that, but it's the truth, okay? We have rescue, help others in need, or ask for assistance when you need it. If you overextend, you're being encouraged to step into the stopping of it, okay? Watch it, because if you're not stepping into the stopping of it, you're going to be in a position where it stops for you, because it feels like rescue, right? At helping others in need or asking for assistance when you need it. If you need support, if you need help, be open and acknowledge that, because that's a big deal, okay? And if you don't, then that's fine. But if you need support, mention it. Choose wisely is slipping out. So be very particular about the people that you're close with, romantically and otherwise, because that's a big deal. And I got stillness. In calm waters, everything becomes clear. We got vivid dreams. If you need to pause so that you can see the clarity of where you can offer assistance, if that's a thing, or where you need assistance, if that's a thing, okay? And where you need to pull back your energy, where you need to stop being a savior, okay? Because that's a thing on my table. So if you struggle with that and you often offer energy where you don't even have it for yourself, be still, okay? All right. It's a lot in this pile. Watch it multiple times if you need to. It is free. And again, we don't do this many of these types of readings that much anymore, but there are tons of timeless messages on the channel still. All right. Raspberry mousse cake. My final message for my pile number 3. Who wants to talk to you? This one, and the bottom. Your purpose does not require anyone else's permission. Yep, this is a pile of needing to know that. And I've got answer the call. So messages, you got called 2 times. So you got family, you got friends here, but you got called 2 times. So something about, there is a call, there is a message you do need to answer, okay? Like a very explicit message, like answer the call, answer the message. You need to do it, okay? You need to do it. And that's also a wake up and acknowledge the messages you've been getting. Don't ignore your own intuition. And flirt with your inner wisdom, which is what I literally just said. So that is all I have for you today. My pile number 3. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell and join the crew. There's a lot of exclusive messages on the Onyx Key tier. If you're not feeling good, go to the doctor. Make sure you get rest, okay? All right. Thank you for watching. All right, pile number 4, my mini Black Forest cake. Let's see who wants to talk to you. Will they reach out? And any incoming messages you just need to be on standby for, all right? So for those of you that are new here, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson and the journey. So this is a really exciting pile. It's like a light shining on you. Earlier when I started, there was like some weather, right? Some thunder, some lightning. and that's gonna wait for you. So exciting energy. And I lead with that because everything about the channeled energy is and I don't know if they're still here. Yeah, house one is how you look. And what's this? What's this? Yeah, victory. So some of you are going to start seeing like some successes regarding like if you have any fitness, health, wellness goals, anything you're doing to change up your appearance or improve or enhance your appearance. Like it feels like a lot of compliments regarding that. And I love that this public reading has a lot of timeline messages for those of you that are here with us so that you can participate in that as well. Because the new moon in Virgo. So all of these eclipses, all of this energy through the summer. I know the nodes are in Pisces and Virgo. So this whole year is going to be a critical year kind of in a lot of your journey. And the messages are coming through to support you during this, even on the public side. So if you've been prioritizing your health, your wellness, by the end of summer, right, or the last month of summer, you'll start seeing results and you'll be complimented on those results. I love it. Look at you. That's so exciting. So I am going to get you an overview. Let's see more. So who wants to talk to my pile number 4? My mini breakfast cake. You know, this is more of a fall dessert. I left it because they're delicious, so why not? But it's more of a fall dessert, so like something about fall, because that I mentioned the end of summer, right? So tell me who wants to talk to my pile number 4. Could be someone you met during that time. So who wants to talk to my pile number 4? Will they reach out? That's too many. Give me one distinct message. You know, this is a bit of an older deck that I've had for a while. It's not the healthiest. It's not the best made deck. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't have the best card stock, so I know we struggle with it sometimes. I should just get a new one, but I keep forgetting. I'll be honest. Let me see. So we got Pluto, which does talk about transitions, transformation. So I'm gonna put it back because it's too many cards. We got Tart, which talks about physical things we value, our assets, right? It is a sign of a little bit of luxury. And then I also have the North Node, which is destined to have. And we'll keep that one. We'll keep that one. Second, 8th house axis will be a theme. So your money, other people's money, your assets, other people's assets. Okay? Is a thing. We got Capricorn at the bottom. Shift in how you're perceived, right? Because I mentioned that Capricorn rules 10th house of reputation. Something about the way you're perceived is going to really enhance your journey. So if you're like, I mentioned a physical glow up, I mentioned a health glow up, something about the way people see you, though, is going to be critical in your journey this next, I guess, year, few months. Because all of the messages are like, Pile 4 looks so good. They look healthy. They're doing well. Something about that. So let me pull from the tarot. And remember, at the bottom of your reset, you've got the 6 of Wands, which talks about praise. It does. It's the card of a parade. It talks about celebration, celebrating someone's victories, celebrating how good they do, how good they look. That's the messages. Something about celebrating you. Could be truly your birthday. Like, maybe literal, right? Maybe a pile of old people want to celebrate your birthday. It's a big deal. We got 3 cards. Got the Devil. Okay, my Capricorn placements are here. If you have a North Node in Capricorn or Cancer, you're in the right place, right space. But specifically, if you have a North Node in Capricorn, okay? These are definitely going to be your messages as well. And you got good news coming in, by the way. Also, 10th house, right? They rule the 10th house. If your North Node is in your 10th house, you're in your right place, right space. Got the 5 of Swords. Why am I putting... Oh, I was about to shuffle. I'm going to put it back. Let me tell you why. I accidentally was going to put it back. 5 of Swords, where we self-sabotage, is where people try to sabotage us. Feels like you're going to get news about where people tried to sabotage you and couldn't. Or a person tried to sabotage you and couldn't. Or you almost self-sabotage, but you kind of adjusted, right? So it kind of reminds me like, oh, you almost messed this up and it would have been over, but you didn't. Like that's what it feels like. So let me get one more, because I normally take 3 cards, but you're pile 4. I'm gonna take the 4th card in the bottom, and okay, look at that. It's just hiding, peeking for us. So what is this? We got Queen of Wands. Someone that's very active. Got the Wheel of Fortune, and seeing a shift in energy, a shift in fortune. I want to say popularly, we got 3 of Cups, which talks about where we're doing well, where we're being celebrated, where our friends want to eat with us, drink with us, things like that, because I referenced somebody's birthday. So if it's your birthday, happy birthday, enjoy your birthday. Let me see. Got 10 of Swords. Okay. I mean, 10 of Swords is rock bottom energy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if some of you may be recovering from like a rock bottom energy, like some of you watch it, you may be pending that. Like, I don't know, but I did reference people that are looking really good. So if you maybe had some health journey, right, or if you maybe needed to like be healthier for some like true health reason, like there was a cause that shifted your perspective on health and wellness. People are talking about how good that look and your recovery and things like that. Feels very excited. Feels like people feel good about it. So look at you. Tell me about account number 4, my mini Black Forest cake. Who wants to talk to you? Will they reach out? Need more energy. We had a series of unfortunate events. People are like, look at them. They're doing so much better. We have your commitment is being tested, the first quarter moon. Let's see, especially if we're talking current year, right? Like, so let's say you're watching this 2025 with me. If the first quarter of the year was difficult for you, like I'm seeing like things becoming a lot better by the 3rd quarter of the year, and this could be applicable to any year we're talking about. Okay. Right, we got full moon in Cancer. Personal issue reaches resolution. Especially, I mentioned hard times, and like when I say hard times, it could be like actual hard times. We did have the access of assets. Could be that, but it could just truly be poor health or just struggle with your career, things like that. I see the grounding of that, and people kind of talking about the grounding of that, and being a lot very happy and optimistic about it and celebrating you as a result. Okay. I mentioned that axis of Capricorn Cancer, that is the work-life balance. That's the home family versus career axis. So things associated with the balance between those two. But if you have a North Node, South Node, Cancer, Capricorn, you're in your right place, right space. Okay. So let me pull more cards. If something happened during that full moon in Cancer, which would have been closer to the beginning of the year, I think, depending on the year, full moon in Cancer happens during Capricorn season, which is like the beginning of winter, which usually first quarter, right, of the year. So, or could be even the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like something about that timeline, the end of the year and the beginning of the year is a thing. And I'm not trying to let myself process slow enough to like decipher it. So decipher that timeline and see what's going on there. So tell me more. Pile 4. My mini Black Forest cake. Tell me who wants to talk to my pile 4. Let's be nosy and see specifically who. This deck's been relatively good at that. Bunch of people, okay? Community. People associated with community. People from your community. People associated with a very specific place, space, group want to talk to you. We got the 10 of Swords. Anyone that associated with a rock bottom. It could be people that witnessed this. It could be people that had a hand in this. It could be just something about this Ten of Swords where someone's just really struggling a little bit. I say a little bit, a lot of it. The Ten of Swords is like literal betrayal, right? So I know I always talk about self-sabotaging energy. Ten of Swords is not self-sabotaging energy. Like, no, like people usually get there by lacking discernment and doing things they have no business doing. But Ten of Swords is usually like 10 swords on somebody's back. Like, you cannot do that to yourself. You can't put that, you can't put yourself in that position. It had to come from behind you. So people associated with that want to reach out to you. Okay, so yeah, definitely leave that where that is. I don't like that that hit my table. I don't like that I hit my table. So yeah, prioritize the work over love, workaholic. We talk about workaholics when we talk about career in reverse. Anybody associated with that, leave them where they are. Because I always, you know, when I see stuff like that, I'm not gonna lie, I do project myself into the reading a little bit because I'm like, absolutely not power four. Anyone that would have, or any people that would have put you in a hardship, because we have career all over the table and the career card came out reverse. Anybody that would sabotage your career, whether intentionally so or by their own selfish motives, why would you be engaging them? Yeah, we got really immature person on the table that may have had a hand in that or may have done something or whatever. Now watch it because I'm a reference community having conversations about you. Some people may be talking about your lack of maturity in instances where we have this energy, right? We talk about you being really immature and leading to that. Okay. So yeah, because we got career back upright. So what's that? Tell me more about my top four, my mini Black Forest cake. Who wants to reach out to you? Tell me who else is talking about. I found number 4. Could be somebody younger. Could be people that are younger. People you knew when you were younger. Let's see. Tell me more about my pile 4. Who wants to talk to my pile 4? Who is this on my table for my pile 4? Give me more. Who is this for my pile 4? Oh, okay, that one shot way across the table. Got it. Some of you, there's somebody that's hoping that time has healed all wounds, quite literally. Because Ten of Swords is like when we talk about the destruction and the complete ending of something and hoping that enough time has passed. Watch that. Trust, synchronicities, healing, divine timing. And then here I have androgyny, ambiguity, sexual identity, gender expression, and style. An energy I'm not used to seeing watch that. An energy I'm not used to seeing hit me with this card where someone that is behaving in a way that's not their real personality. So watch that. There's someone that's going to be really phony with you because they want you to perceive them in a certain way, right? Like, because, you know, normally upright, this is an energy of somebody that's really fluid. They fit in a lot of different places and spaces, and they get along with a lot of different people. They're very open-minded and expressive. But here it feels like somebody that's altering their personality in a way to either get information from you, to make you think something, believe something. Like, it just feels like someone that is truly being phony. Okay, so watch that because there's a phony person on the table. And it wouldn't even be a shock because wild card would be unexpected and shock. But in reverse, it feels like someone that you expect this person to be phony. Who is that? You expect this person or people to be phony. Like, some of you, whoever this would most align with, or any variety of people this could be, you would immediately like clock it, be like, okay, this is not somebody, this is somebody that's just fishing to be nosy and things like that. Okay, so what I like about the messages on my table, none of them are surprising. Even in the shadow sense, it's not surprising messages. Like, you're not shocked at all about the messages on the table, whether it's people trying to influence you in a negative sense or influence situations in a negative sense. Like, you're not surprised. You're very clear in saying it, if that makes sense. We're only like, I'm going to do this because we're only 15 minutes and I'm going to put this here and watch it because it's like at least one person that's like holding a grudge that wants to retaliate and like vengeance. I don't know what that's all about for my pile 4. Or who that would be or why that's a thing. Tell me more about my pile 4. Yeah, I wasn't ready to close this out. Who wants to talk to my pal 4? Why? What's the messages regarding my pal 4, please, that they need to know about? Yeah, hot sauce, attractive, feisty, on a roll, temperature, climate, and debates. Could be someone really young that likes spicy food or that you associate with that. Wow, that's the advice deck. And it just went gung-ho, chaos. We got flow, let your worries just away. Okay, so yeah, I don't want you to stress about any of the shadow messages on the table. Give me a second. I may have to cut this part out. Honestly, you got flow, recharge is here. I can see, yeah, I'm like shifting, moving, all kinds of stuff. Like, and I gotta breathe. You just leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it on the floor. I'm gonna grab it in a second, but like, let your worries drift away. I don't know what all of this is on my table, and I will pull more to see. Okay, I promise. We got a little bit of time. This is the shortest pile. Of course it is. It's chaos. You got messages coming in. You're not going to be worried anymore. Like, your deck that I was going to use for advice, my mermaid deck that is here on the table very intentionally with the other deck that's ocean theme, is saying, let your worries flow away. Okay? Like, you're going to get messages that are just, so like, you see how the deck fell and it was just pure chaos. Everything just fell, and the one card that landed here was let your worries flow away. You may hear about some chaos. It may feel like you're experiencing some chaos, like something about something that felt chaotic, sounds chaotic, is chaotic. And it's just gonna be like, fine, it is what it is. My worries flow away after that. Like, that's what's gonna be. Like, you're gonna have a wave of peace, a wave of clarity, a wave of ease after some chaos, whether it involves you or not. Okay, so what is this? Because this is the card that knocked it. Because whatever this is very critical to whatever this let your worries drift away message is. And that Ten of Swords, rock bottom. I'm wondering if some of you, that's going to be kind of a karmic energy. It feels like a karmic energy, because why would your worries flow away in a wave of chaos that leads to a Ten of Swords? Like, maybe somebody else's Ten of Swords, or like, it feels like a Ten of Swords creating a wave of peace. I don't know why that needs to go like that. We got the ugly sweater, holiday themes, silly, thoughtfulness, funny. Like, some of you will actually like find great pleasure, or somebody, so like, okay, watch your energy. Some of y'all, there's somebody that's really excited about seeing you do poorly. Like, right, like if you're in a rock bottom state, there's somebody that's really excited about it. I'm not going to dwell on it, so don't worry about it. But some of you are going to get a wave of peace, right, when you find out about something with a rock bottom energy. And I'm not going to judge you for it. And those of you that are listening, like, oh, why is she saying it? Like, that's a good thing. I promise you, because we don't know people's stories. We don't know people's experiences. Like, if somebody would be really excited about somebody's like rock bottom, Ten of Swords, because, and by the way, that is the garbage truck passing. So like, taking out the trash, like literally it sounds like taking out the trash energy. I don't know what people would have done to someone to make them be like, yes, 10 swords, rock bottom, good. I don't know what would lead that reaction. It feels intense. So that's not my place to judge. So those of you that hear this, I encourage you not to judge as well, because I don't know what that is. The garbage truck is passing right now. But we got ugly sweater. Yeah, literally passing. But holiday themes, silly, thoughtfulness, funny. Let me get another one. Clarify this ugly sweater for me and why that's slow and steady is peeking out. Tell me more about this ugly sweater as it pertains to my pile number 4. And what is this message that's going over my head? Because I don't like it, because as the reader, it's going over my head a little bit. Okay, I'll take this one. What is this? Why is this here? Who is this ugly sweater, and why they on my table for pile 4? Okay. Y'all gonna have to excuse the garbage truck. They are like right there across the street. Giving me space, time apart, boundaries, no contact. And beach. Ocean, water, cleanse, force, subconscious. Let's see. Coping by replacement, jealousy not serious. Y'all bring all kinds of drama to my table. What is that? Some of you, a rebound situation is not going to work out. Give me space. Feels like a lack of clarity. Feels like people that aren't seeing things clearly. Let me just pull from this love deck and just tell you your love messages. I'm closing you out because it's getting very foggy. It's getting very foggy. Tell me about my pile 4. Safe place. Ah, that is what it is. Okay. We have safe place. There's nothing like being able to let your guard down and know that you are protected by your partner's love. Y'all are gonna get messages that you dodged something, that like the trash has been taken out. I really don't know why the truck is passing right now. I guess I don't normally film readings on this day and time because I don't. I was put on a little side quest to come and do this reading for y'all in a way that I normally would not in this random day and a random time. So you're going to get messages that make you feel safe. And it hit me. It just hit me now that I really sat with it. And I do apologize because that's not my experience. So it sometimes, especially, I'm not going to lie, I'm almost done. It goes over my head. Those of you that have been in situations where you've been truly like abused and things like that, like it feels like you're going to get messages that the trash has been taken out, right? In a very literal sense. Yeah, the truck's gone now that I caught it. The trash has been taken out. Let your worries drift away. That you're going to feel safe because some of you, like something's going to happen with possibly like an abuser of yours, whether we mean like in a very chaotic way, or if we're talking about a person, people that have compromised you in some way. Okay? Yeah, exactly. You hear the quiet? Exactly. Let your worries drift away. You're going to feel very safe. You're going to feel very protected. You're going to be able to tell, like, okay, whatever is over, I don't know. Okay? Like, it just feels like pure chaos going away. Love at first sight. The instant gravitational pull you two felt when first meeting lets you know that this is a soul connection. So, and what I like is that the chaos is going to go away, right? And something about the chaos surrounding whoever, whether it's one person, multiple people going away, is going to make you feel safe enough to connect with someone else. So like if you've had a chaotic abuser in a relationship romantically, like something about that person, something's going to give you a wave of peace regarding that person. I won't go into details about what it could be, but this person's going to go away in a way that allows you to be peace with a new partner, right? If you were worried about whoever that was. Okay. And if you have history with people in general, you're going to find a space, like you're going to get messages about like being safe, being comfortable, being welcome in certain places and spaces where you can be confident and comfortable in connecting with friends, I guess co-workers, where we're talking about jobs. Like you're going to feel comfortable connecting with people in a way that maybe you just had not been. Okay. So I'm glad that that's a thing for you. And I'm glad we sat long enough to catch that because that was critical and important. Okay. All right. Some of you, the message is going to be a romantic interest, feeling very comfortable connecting with you immediately, feeling very comfortable with you very intimately, connecting with you very quickly, right? With love at first sight. So let me get your advice. I'm going to get you, I have a spirit animal oracle right here. I'm going to get you one of those after this one since the mermaid deck took a dive, literally a dive. Okay. Some of you would do well to go next to water, near water, okay? Because you need some type of healing. This is the power of needing some type of healing. Yeah, exactly. Come on. The universe is standing next to you. Yep, and if you've been studying astrology, good for you. You're being encouraged to continue that. Their rejection is your protection. The universe is standing next to you. Their rejection is your protection. I'm telling you. Something about a rejection. Something about situations you were rejected in, whether we're talking about a one-on-one romantic connection, whether we're talking about friendships, whether we're talking about group settings, like collective settings, like clubs, whether we're talking about career, jobs, any situations, relationships, again, one-on-one or collective, where it didn't work out or ended in a chaotic way or you were just rejected. I'm telling you, it says the universe is standing next to you. Their rejection is your protection and the revelation of what that protection actually is. Okay? Like, I'm telling you, you need me to say it because it's chaotic power that may be like dealing with stuff because it got so foggy that I couldn't really read. Because anytime it gets really foggy, it means I'm stepping into an energy of someone that may be in some serious trauma. Whatever that was, whatever that is, whatever news you're going to get soon is going to make things clear. Like, oh, definitely want to know parts of that. Okay? Yeah. Remember where you came from. And, I've been getting this recurring message of like feeling safe somewhere. Like some of you don't feel safe somewhere. Like you don't feel comfortable, you don't feel safe somewhere. And that's fine if it's truly not a safe place for you. But the reality is I want you to know that there's a conversation, there's a person from a specific place that wants you to feel safe and welcome somewhere. So I don't know, because sometimes in this collective chaos or one-on-one chaos that's just chaotic, like there's typically at least one like connection that was genuine, because I don't know what happened with all of this. It was a lot. Okay, it's a lot. Okay, but there's someone that's wanting you to feel welcome and safe, either interacting with them or in some type of setting, because we got a safe place and a remember where you came from. Okay, so that's an important thing. At the bottom I have where focus goes, energy flows. So don't focus on all of the chaotic energy, because that's your advice. Okay, that's what it is. Remember and reflect on all of the stuff and all of the messages you get about whatever chaos, but in you remembering the chaos and the negative attachments associated with it, also reflect on the positives, because it feels like some positive energy, some positive connection, some positive people or a person or a friend from some type of chaotic environment that wants to connect with you, wants to interact with you, right? That wants you to feel welcome, that doesn't know if it's safe to interact with you. Because maybe they were witness to some type of chaos. Maybe they were like, side character in your story. I don't know what you guys experienced, but I do hope you do find some healing. So let me get you one of these animal oracle guides here, because most chaotic part of this pile did take over. I apologize for everybody else. Let me see. Ooh, it's chaos. If you're not on the furthest end of the shadow, I do encourage you to count your blessings. If this doesn't resonate on the furthest end of the shadow, there is a lighter side of it of messages where it's just simple, or it didn't work out with his partner, or you just didn't get the job. Like it's like, you get what I'm saying? The lighter side of this power is like, oh, it just didn't work out, and then you like find out like, oh, that company went down under. You know what I'm saying? Or like ooh, me and this person were interested in each other, but I got too busy and they stopped calling me, and ooh, they ended up being really chaotic of a person. Like things like that. That's the lighter side of the pile. It's feeling like you kind of maybe possibly dodged a little bit of a bullet in some sense. And all of the initial messages do make sense. Let's put this. Okay, we'll take all of that in the bottom. Ooh, all right. Tell me what these messages. Pathfinder. Messages on how you should proceed, why certain things didn't proceed, right? why you were deviated and pivoted, why you were rejected. Like, you're going to get messages about things like that and confirmation that those were for the best. Okay, so my wolf spirit, my pathfinder, release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. I love it. So here we go. Wolves, foxes, forest creatures. Okay. We've got clever. You are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources surround you. Be open to romance. So yeah, be open to romance. Be open to connecting with people. You're very skilled. You're very capable. If you've been in environments that have made you feel less than that, you're being encouraged. You're skilled. You're capable. Okay. And we have authentic. Reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations. Just be yourself. Something about a safe place. And remember where you came from and being authentic. And remember that you still have authentic connections even in the midst of chaos. So as you have hidden enemies revealed, as you have active enemies targeting you, as you got chaotic partner, whatever that is, remember that you have genuine authentic connections. You don't have to throw the whole place away, because this feels like that pile and the messages that clarify that. So let me see here. I got the shaman. Okay. You are the creator and the magician. Use your gifts for good. There's power in your wisdom and words. Connect with the elemental spirits and glide through the void. Claim your place as keeper of the mysteries. That's a welcome. That's a, if you want to come to the Onyx key, you come to the Onyx key. This is a pile needing the Onyx key if you're able. This energy does feel familiar. Ask me how I know. There's a pile in the new skeleton key reading that I already got notes I need to go do some research for them on. It feels just like that pile. I'm very shocked that that energy came out in this pile, but also I'm realizing it makes sense. It makes sense. So if you pick this pile and you pick that pile, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. Okay. All right, so that is all I have for you today. My pile number 4. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join the crew if you're able to. There's a lot of exclusive messages on that Onyx key tier. Thank you for watching.